Here go another video that TikTok blocked. I'm gonna try to let you listen to the things it says while the sound was removed, and you judge if it was worthy of blocking. I'm trying to show y'all that you can beat down the black woman in any way you want to on these goddamn TikToks and all this shit. But when you go to talking about unifying black people, when you go to talking about getting back what was took from you, they stopping that shit. They don't want this shit on no grand stage because they realize TikTok, all this social media is a great platform. We can use this platform to get back what was taken from us. But they're going to go to blocking this shit. They don't want us to have this mentality. They don't want to spread this mentality out. When you go to mention certain names like Ida B. Wells, Nikki Giovanni, Nina Simone, black women that stood up and participated in this fight. And let the world know, at one time the black woman was participating in this fight, but now since integration, they done duped us. They done duped her and then decided, hey, look, we'll give you this high status if you just turn your back on the black man. Fuck him and what he's going through. Let him, he know what's going on out there. And if he run into these traps, that's him. But what I'm trying to say to you, black woman, just like it's traps for the black man, it is traps out there for you too. Just listen. When I'm on fire, and I know some of the things I say, they gotta watch in the algorithms. I guess that's the name you call it. If you go to talking like again, I think on here, or was it TikTok? On TikTok, I mentioned the name Nina Simone, and that she said by any means necessary, and they blocked me. They said that's hate speech. We can't have that shit. And I mentioned Ida B. Wells. These are black women that stood up in this fight. The reason why, in proving the sexualization of the black woman, I mentioned Esther Rose. And the time, and Esther Rose, she come from a time where women was more participant in this fight, in this war that we were born in. Again, we are captives of war. And Esther Rose, they wanted her to play Good Times as a single mother. And she refused to play it. She said she refused. She said, I am the one who introduced the black father to America because America didn't know shit about the black father. It was not televised. They was trying to hide that shit. They was trying to eliminate the father at the house. And she took a stance and said, I'm not going to play this role. I'm not going to accept this check, this bag you're going to give me, unless you put a father up in this motherfucker. Because I had a father. And also, I'm aware of the bullshit y'all doing. I did that to show y'all, again, at one time the black woman was taking a stance and fighting in this war. When I mentioned Ida B. Wells, Nina Simone, Nikki Giovanni, and all the black women who have risked their status in this fight. How do I know this shit? What I'm trying to show you. If you look at me and got a problem with me because I won't accept Christianity, because I won't accept Islam, and I'm speaking against these religions, saying they're no good for the unification of black people. You have to understand the reason why I'm doing this because in those religions, they're hushing the mouth of the black woman. They're telling her you don't need to be talking. It's in those religions, and I have to understand in this fight, most importantly, according to our script, we're going to need the black woman to get up. But in this fight, it was the black woman's voice. Nina Simone, it was her voice that helped us out. Nikki Giovanni, it was her voice. Ida B. Wells, it was her voice that stood up when she said she seen all these niggas hanging, these black men hanging. I can't be quiet. I got to say something. So why would I join a religion that says you don't need to talk, woman? Why would I participate in that? And I know we need your voice. We need you to talk. Because who else is going to talk? Because if you be silent or you let somebody else keep you silent, then who going to stand up? If you be silent for all the kids that was killed during the slave trade, who is going to stand up? If you continue to be silent, if you can't follow the footsteps of your mother, the one that stood on the stores on the first woman's Women's Rights Act that stood up and exposed her titties. If you can't follow the footsteps of your mother, that she stood up and exposed her titties and said, these breasts have breastfeed your kids, but ain't breastfeed one of my kids. If you can't follow those footsteps, then I know we're in trouble. If you can't follow the footsteps of Billie Holiday, who said, I seen a bunch of niggas hanging, and I had to write a song saying strange fruit. That was her protest against this shit. And I try to use y'all to show y'all an example. There's a chance the great nasty girl we got right now, that during the time of the George Floyd shit, she all of a sudden got goofy and couldn't do this nasty shit. That could have been her taking a stand saying, I can't do this shit. Knowing what y'all done to niggas, but she couldn't openly done it because she knew they make examples out of niggas like this. They made example off that nigga that took a knee, and every other nigga in football couldn't take a knee, and all he was saying was, goddamn America, how many more black men y'all gonna do this to? I can't stand up and pledge my allegiance to this flag knowing y'all doing this shit to niggas. I cannot do it. And he risked his whole motherfucking life. Like Esther Roll. She stood up and risked her not getting the bag, saying, I'm not going to play this role unless you put a father in here. So what I'm saying, if you don't understand me and niggas like me that come behind me, and if you raise your son to follow the Holy Tablets, the scripts that we have, if you raise your son like Phoenix Shapiro raised her son, understanding this fight, you got to understand, how do I accept a religion that says, woman, you need to shut up, knowing we need your voice? That's it.